But in order to be willing to sacrifice, you have to be connected to your identity. So my question for y'all real quick is this: who are you? Who are you? I don't want you to answer that. I just want you to think about it. Who are you? And the challenge with that question is this: for many of us, we define ourselves by what we do. We define ourselves by title rather than the characteristics and qualities that make us up as individuals. Right? So because we're not connected to our true identity, we live a life that looks like the definition that other people put on us rather than the one that we was created in. I don't know about you, but I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And his word tells me that I'm created in his likeness and image. That means I look good by default. But Genesis 1:26 also says I'm made in his likeness. That means I have the characteristics, qualities, and the makeup of God. So that means I'm greatness by default. That means I'm limitless by default. That means I'm royal by default. That means I'm strong by default. And the problem for many of us, we've grown up in an environment that has told us we're the total opposite of who we really are. So the life that we live looks total opposite than it's supposed to, because we really don't believe that we are who we really are. You feel me? Because our parents, because our friends, because our family members, because our living situations and circumstances tell us, hey, you're limited, you can't do this, you can't do that. Because we hear you're going to be just like your daddy. Because we hear you ain't going to graduate high school. Because we hear you ain't going to graduate college. Because we grow up in an environment where everybody's struggling financially, you ain't seeing no positive relationships, that stores in your subconscious mind that you're going to be a prime and pure reflection of that same thing. And that's why you act the way that you act. That's why we don't have 4.0s. That's why we're not blowing out everybody every game. Right? Because you truly don't believe that you're as phenomenal as you really are. So real quick, I need everybody to stand up. So starting today, what I need y'all to do, I need y'all to stop allowing other people to define y'all, and I need y'all to define y'allself. Because real quick, outside of sports, outside of extracurricular activities, raise your hand if you've ever been told you're phenomenal. I love it. If you have, raise your high. Got it. What about limitless? Raise your hand. Got it. What about royal? What about a gift? Okay, gifts. What about this one? Enough. Got it. So because the majority of us have never been told this stuff before, that means we don't believe it about ourselves. And because we don't believe it about ourselves, we ain't walking in the greatness that comes with walking and acting in our true identity, right? So real quick, we're about to affirm ourselves, right? And what affirming means is you're about to declare something about yourself that's in alignment with encouragement. What I like to say is affirmation is you telling you who you really are. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say a word, right? And y'all just going to say, I am that word. Y'all got me? And y'all football players, so I ain't got to tell y'all to be loud, right? Y'all football players, I ain't got to tell y'all to be loud, right?
No, sir!
For sure. So check me out. Like I said, I'm going to say the word, you're going to say I am. Y'all got me? So let's see if y'all with me. When I say phenomenal, y'all going to say, I am phenomenal. Y'all sleep. I'm louder than all y'all. Stop saying that. Come on. When I say phenomenal, y'all going to say, I am phenomenal. I love it. Limitless. I am limitless. Royal. I am royal. A gift. I am a gift. Enough. I am enough. Necessary. I am necessary. Strong. I am strong. Dependable. I am dependable. Disciplined. I am disciplined. State champion. I am state champion. State champion. I am state champion. State champion. I am state champion. Now check me out. This day ain't all about you. Because if y'all paid attention when I was taking that poll and who heard this stuff before, majority of us have never heard it. So it's not just a matter of you needing this, but you got a brother right next to you that need it too. And you don't know where they are. Check me out. I need everybody to grab a partner real quick. Just grab somebody. If you got somebody next to you, just grab somebody. Why are you still here? He said, because Mr. Brown, I had a basket of clothes in my room, and then I saw a piece of paper on top of it. He said, I flipped over that piece of paper, and that piece of paper were the affirmations that you gave us in your class. And the piece of paper took me back to the class and how I felt in that class, and how I felt loved, how I felt like I was necessary, how I felt like I was a blessing and a gift, how I felt like I needed to be here because I am a gift and I am necessary. He said, thinking about your class gave me hope, and because I got hope, I didn't take my life. Y'all don't know what the people next to you going through right now. Y'all don't know. And the worst thing about it is, people don't know what you're going through, and people won't know because you ain't got nobody to tell about it. You ain't got nobody that you can trust with your soul, with your heart of heart, your transparency. Because there's so many fake people in the world today. So it's like I'd rather keep it to myself and deal with this burden by myself. But you ain't strong enough to carry that. That's why you got brothers on your football team. So I need everybody to look at their brother. Turn to your brother and look at your brother. And this what we got. Ladies in the back, I see y'all. I need y'all. Get a partner real quick and look her in the eye.
We already got it.
So this is what we gotta do. We just affirmed ourselves, right? So because now we paired up with our brother, with our sister, now we're about to affirm the person we paired up with, right? Because they need it too. So turn to your partner. And now instead of saying I am, you're gonna say you are. You are. So check me out. Look, if you gotta get in their face and give some hands, do what you gotta do. I need them to quit. Hold on. Listen, y'all repeat me, all right? So listen, I'm gonna say the word and y'all gonna say you are that word. Y'all got me? Y'all got me? So let's get it. Phenomenal. You are phenomenal. Royal. You are royal. Limitless. You are limitless. Gift. You are gift. No. You are enough. Necessary. You are necessary. Blessing. You are blessed. Strong. You are strong. Powerful. You are powerful. Needed. You are needed. State champ. You are state champ. You are state champ. State champ. You are state champ. State champ. You are state champ. You are state champ. Hey, now give him a hug and sit down. Y'all start walking in the greatness that y'all really are. Like once you even just start tiptoeing in it, your whole life gonna change. Right? Because y'all royalty, y'all kings, once you start walking like a king, talking like a king, treating yourself like a king, the world gonna treat you like a king. Then you're gonna have to ask for nothing. People just gonna give it to you because you want it. Right? Once you start believing that I am phenomenal, that I am limitless, that I am strong, that I am enough, y'all can go out on Friday and be like, JJ who? And they ain't gonna score nothing. Nothing. Just because you said, you know what? I'm starting to believe I'm limitless, so let me just try. Let me really go out here and max out like my coach is telling me to. Let me really be disciplined and obedient to what they're telling me to. Let me really watch all these hours of film on this other team so I know what they're doing. Right? Let me really find out what their tendencies are so I can know it. Like y'all tripping. Listen, if I was a teacher, y'all came in my class, I said we got a quiz today or a test today, and I gave y'all the answer key, who gonna fail? Y'all playing, somebody here gonna fail. Somebody gonna fail. Somebody ain't gonna believe it. Look, somebody ain't gonna believe it's probably fail. But listen, one of the great things about football is you get to watch film. Your film, the film of the other team is your cheat sheet. They showing you what they gonna do. They showing you. So if the team is saying, hey, this is exactly what we do, beat it, there is no way y'all should be able to beat it. And the blessing that y'all got is, y'all at Cedar Hill, bro. Before y'all even came here, there was a culture of greatness here. And these coaches, they said, yo, let's keep it going. Let's keep it rocking. So they watch film. So on Monday when y'all come, hey, we got adjustments. When they do this, when they go two back, yeah, I heard you. When they go two back, do this. When they got a tight end, another back, a line like this. They tell you that to position you to win. So it's not hard to win, y'all. All you got to do is listen and apply the information that you're being given. Right? And so Coach told y'all I was one of his players. He don't even know that the me right now has a lot to do with who I was in high school and what he gave me in high school. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. I hit Coach up yesterday and said, hey, Coach, I would love the opportunity to come speak to the team. He said, call me. I called him. Can you come tomorrow? I'm in there. I don't need no practice. I don't need no prep. I'm in there. Why? Because I'm walking in purpose. I understand who I am. I'm greatness by default. I can't do nothing about that. I can't do nothing about that. Master the basics. Every day we used to come out to practice. Bags. Matter of fact, then he said, y'all need to go out there early and get on the bags every day. What? That's discipline. Doing the same thing over and over and over. Why? Because whether you in high school, you in middle school, you in NCAA, D1, D2, D3, NAIA, professional football, CFL, tackling is tackling. Backpedal is a backpedal. A T-step is a T-step. Getting off the ball properly is getting off the ball properly. Hat hands, hitting shit, it's all the same stuff. So if you master the basics, the things that ain't gonna never change, it don't matter what scheme you are on the next level. But it's mandatory, once again, that y'all get connected with who y'all truly are and start walking in that. Because without walking in that, you will never experience them dreams and that life that y'all dream about at night. Because y'all dream, right? Y'all dream. So dreams are good. But let me ask you something. How many of y'all had took that dream and turned it into a goal? Raise your hand. Guys, I see a couple hands. Who know the difference between a dream and a goal? So how y'all know y'all took that dream and turned it into a goal if y'all know what it is? There's a difference. And it's funny because I got this from coming into Cedar Hill last year to bring my cousin something. In the front, when I came in, there was a post on the board, and it said, dreams are only dreams until you write it down and then it becomes a goal. The reason why y'all dream is still a dream is because you ain't run it down yet. Who knows what you want? Nobody. Nobody. You don't even know what you want. You just think about it on occasions rather than looking at it every day. Right? I should have brought a tennis ball so I could do an example and show y'all how important it is to look at your goal every day. But understand it is important to look at your goal every day. Because the more you look at that thing, the closer you're going to get to it and the more likely you are to hit it. You feel me? But then another thing, and I don't know how much time I got, but I don't want to disrespect my time. But I just want to just give y'all this last thing. Also with connecting with your true identity, it's important to remind yourself or even find out personally why you're doing what you're doing and why you want what you want. Why you want what you want? What is your why? What is the reasoning or the source of why you do what you do? Because if all it is money, if all it is attention, if all it is fame, you most likely not going to get it. And if you do get it, you don't have the character to steward it properly, so you're going to get it and lose it, and that's worse. So you got to ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? And for a lot of us, I'm trying to help my mama. I'm trying to help my family. And that's beautiful. But it's more than just that. The reason why you want to do what you want to do is so much bigger than that. Right? I talked about my spirit at the school, whatever, suicidal thoughts. I battle suicidal thoughts. I battle depression, all of that. And the other reason why I'm a speaker, because this is what I do full time. I'm a full-time speaker, full-time relationship, because my wife and I travel across the world doing this. I'm excited for next year because we're going to the Dominican Republic in London, so it's going to be live. You feel me? So this is what I do. Right? But the only reason why I do what I do is because when I was in that dark place, I heard some speakers, I heard some pastors, I heard some preachers, and they doing what I'm doing for y'all right now, and that got me out of my dark place. Right? So the reason why I'm so passionate and why I desire to do what I do and I do what I do is because I know where I was and what I needed, and this was the thing that got me out. So you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? So the dreams that y'all got, I challenge all of y'all to write it down, turn it into a goal. And then when you do turn it into a goal, ask yourself, why do I want that? Then ask yourself, who gonna be impacted by this? Then ask yourself, what is one thing I need to change about my day-to-day life to get me closer to that thing? Because if you're not connected to your why, I promise you, it's impossible for you to get what you want. Because you don't have a big enough reason. So winning the state championship is awesome. That's great. But why do you want to be a state champion? What do you need to change about you to become a state champion? Who will you be in a state champion impact? Because it's not just you. It's not just this team. It's going to be this whole school. It's going to be this whole city. Everything has to be bigger than you because everything is bigger than you. You ain't that important. I know y'all probably never heard that before. I hope y'all ain't never heard that before, but let me be the first. Y'all ain't that important. The reason why your life is valuable is because you were created with a gift as a gift to give the world. Does that make sense? Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like you matter. I'm not saying you don't matter. I'm saying you matter. But what I'm saying is the focus don't need to be on you. The focus is, what do I have within me to give to the world to be a blessing to the world? And once you start walking that once again, success is easy. Like that's the equation right there. Like that's it. That's it. Connect with your true identity. Sacrifice what you need to sacrifice to become that person. Be disciplined in the small things that need to get done on a daily basis. Be consistent day after day after day after day after day. Compound interest. And after doing all of those things, I promise you, you're going to be successful. And success is different for all of us, but I promise you, you will become successful in whatever it is that you desire to do. Y'all feel me? Thank y'all so much for your time.